Shri Guru Ganadhipataye Namah. In the last chapter, that is third chapter, we had seen that Ambarisha was about to get curse from Durvasa to take millions of life again, births on this earth. At that time, Lord Vishnu came in front of Durvasa and took that curse on himself, because of which we saw that 10 major incarnations, that Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, Narasimha, Vamana, Parashurama, Rama, Krishna, Buddha, Kalki, these 10 incarnations. But since the curse was taking births in millions together, after these 10 most specific incarnations, there are certain incarnations which are not that famous, but God again and again getting birth on this earth in the form of teacher to protect his disciples, his bhaktas. This was the thing told by Siddha Muni to Namadaraka. Now again Namadaraka got an interest to know how actually this Guru Parampara started on this earth. So Siddha Muni was very happy to explain the actual formation of Guru Parampara on earth. At that time he told, even earlier, before anything could begin, the timeless beginning we can say, where it was only Lord Mahavishnu, he got a feeling of creating a universe. At that time, from his Hiranyagarbha, Brahmanda was formed. Brahmanda means a egg-like structure. And that got split and it formed half a part as sky outside the earth and another part was earth. So now next thing was the formation of Brahma. From his umbilicus, Brahma was formed. Brahma, as soon as he was born, he didn't know who is he, where he has come from, where he has arrived. No knowledge he had. With that shocking situation, he saw all the 4 directions, because of which he got 4 faces, 4 heads. Now from each mouth or each head, there appeared Veda. So 4 Vedas we got. From Vedas, Shat Shastras, 6 Shastras, then Puranas, all those Upanishads, everything got emerged. Now Brahma, after emerging that, Vishnu told to Brahma, you have to create the beautiful life forms on the earth. But he didn't have any knowledge. At that time, Lord Vishnu told, the Vedas which have got birth from you are the one which are having all the information, read that. So after gaining the knowledge from Vedas, Brahma created Manasaputras. Manasaputras means with his own just imaginations, 7 putras were formed. We refer it as Saptarishis. We all have heard about them. So those Saptarishis are referred as Manasaputras, that is Marichi, Atri, Angirasa, Pulaha, Krutu, Vasishta and Pulastya. These Saptarishis are being born on this earth and they were being the base from where the life forms started happening slowly on the earth. In these 7 rishis, they were also referred as Sapta Prajapatis also. Prajapati means the owners or the lords of all the beings. So in them, Atri Muni or Atri Rishi was the one who gave to the actual base for Guru Parampara. So now here Atri Muni was very much involved in severe penance, always in tapasya to attain Brahmadhyana. After gaining Brahmadhyana, Brahma instructed Atri Muni to get married. To whom? To Anasuya, daughter of Kardama Prajapati, who was the Prajapati at that time on the earth. So Kardama Muni's daughter Anasuya got married to Atri Muni. So they both were leading a most beautiful life in their hermitage. So whoever used to come to them, these Atithis, guests to their place, they used to treat them to the best level. They used to make them happy. Atithi Devo Bhava. We have this statement in all the Puranas, Shat Shastras, everywhere. So according to that, they used to treat all the Atithis in well-formed condition, how they used to wish. So once what happened, Atri Muni, on that regular daily cycles, he went to the river and was involved in his tapasya. At that time, Anasuya was at her place in ashram. She was busy with her daily chores. At that time, what happened? Trimurtis appeared as Atithis, rishis, to their ashram. Now here, Atri Muni's ashram, these Trimurtis came because there was again one story behind. The Lord of Gods, that is Indra, was very much scared of Anasuya Mata, because Anasuya Mata, with her Atithi Satkara, so the way she used to treat Atithis, whoever used to come to their place, because of that she got more positive powers in her. So because of that, all the divine powers around her used to get scared and used to move on slowly in front of her. There was no heat in the fire which was burning in her ashram. The wind used to blow slowly in front of her ashram because no damage should happen in her place. Even the Mother Earth used to revolve slowly such that she shouldn't get disturbed. So even the divine powers were not that strong in front of her. Seeing these situations, Indra felt like, what if tomorrow Anasuya comes and acquires my kingship here? So he went and complained to Tridevas, that is Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, that Anasuya is getting very powerful and tomorrow the situation might come where she will become our authority. For she might lead us, she might take the kingship. So in such situation, so Tridevas also wanted to test her, what sort of things she all does there. So to check her powers, they came in front of her, not in the form of God, in the form of rishis, atithis, very old sages. And they told that whatever food they want on that day for their lunch, she was very happy. She gave them place to rest. She gave them her certain clothes to change and come. And they were very happy with her that positive vibes. And they were resting. At that time, they had one demand in front of Anasuya Mata. Mata, we want you to serve our lunch without clothes on your body. When this demand she heard, she felt it really a tougher task, because we cannot go out in front of anyone without clothes. That's not a right thing. But if I say no, that will be like insulting our atithis. So now what shall I do? So she thought of many things. Later she prayed God and she got one idea. If by any chance, if we had kids and if we have to feed them, in front of kids, by any chance, even if we don't wear clothes and don't wear our clothes and go in front of them, it won't be a problem. So I'll think these are my kids, and in front of kids, there is no issue with it. Thinking that, she agreed with that demand and she started cooking all tasty food. She placed those leaves, banana leaves, for them to feed the food, and she asked them to come and sit in front of leaf. She went inside, she removed the clothes, she prayed her husband because she was one of the strongest pativrata at that time. She prayed her husband, she prayed gods, three devas in her mind, in her heart. She carried those holy water, that is tirtha, in her hand, and as soon as she came out, the way she believed those sages as her kids, those old aged sages had turned into small infants and they were crawling in front of that leaf, banana leaf. She felt very happy at that minute, and immediately she went, she put on her clothes, she came out and she started breastfeeding those babies because they were infants. She felt very happy and she started feeding them, and she had put them in a cradle. She started singing beautiful songs to make those babies happy, and she was spending her time. After all those tapasyaryas, everything completing, done by Atri Muni from the river banks, he came back to his ashram. He was shocked to see the situations. 3 young infants in their house, they don't have kids. How come 3 infants with Anasuya and she is breastfeeding them, she is singing beautiful songs to them? How come the kids are born? With his Divya Drishti, he could see that 3 devas were there in front of him in the form of infants. Immediately, Atri Muni completely bowed himself in front of 3 devas and asked for blessings. 3 devas came into their actual forms and asked the boon, whatever you want you can ask us, we will provide you. At that time, since Anasuya Mata didn't had any kids in her life, she requested 3 devas to please be with them in the form of kids itself, and they don't want anything in their life except them as kids. And 3 devas accepted and provided them as that wish as a boon to them. According to that, Brahma was born as Chandra to Atri Anasuya. Lord Vishnu was born as Datta, and Lord Shiva was born as Durvasa. All three devas, they were born as Chandra, Datta and Durvasa. All 3 were growing there. After they were completed with those thread ceremony, Upanayana, everything was done. After that, they took permission, all 3 of them took permission from their parents. Chandra went to sky to look after his responsibility. Same way, Durvasa was always involved in tapasarya, so he requested his parents to bless him such that he can continue with his severe penance, and Datta Maharaj stayed there. Now, Datta Maharaj got the name as Dattatreya. There are 2 conditions. Treya means 3. So all the 3 powers, that is Brahma's power, Vishnu's power and Lord Shankara's power, they all 3 together stayed in one body. That's the reason we usually see Datta Maharaj with 3 heads and 6 hands. So he got the name as Dattatreya. At the same time, since he is referred as son of Atri Muni, Datta Atre. So Dattatreya, these 2 conditions, he got the name as Dattatreya. And from there, Guru Parampara started continuing on this earth. So the Lord Dattatreya came in many Guru forms even till date in this Kali Yuga to protect his disciples from Kali Purusha's power. He comes in the form of a teacher, a guru who provides enlightenment and protects his disciples. After listening this, Namadharaka was very happy, and he started requesting to tell the different leelas, mahimas of Lord Dattatreya. At that time, Siddha Muni started explaining the first incarnation of Lord Dattatreya, that is Shripad Sri Vallabha Swami, which is being explained in the next adhyaya. So I will explain that story in the next adhyaya. Till then, Bhagwan Sadguru Shri Sridhar Gurudas Swami Maharaj ki Jai. Jai Jai Gurudev Datta. Jai Jai